In today's video, I will show you how you can build this AI agent that helps you with your real estate business. It helps you with your lead management, with your lead follow-ups, and with your lead nurturing as well. Now, this is an entire workflow, as you can see, right in n8n, and the best part is you don't have to know how to code. Now, if you're a real estate agent or someone in the real estate business, this video is for you. Now keep in mind, I will go and I will test this workflow right now. However, if you wanna get the entire workflow template for free, you can join our community, free community, and here you can get these free templates as well other free templates alongside of this one. So yeah, let's go and let's try this out. So obviously I do have one node here that I have to wait 3 days for. This is a follow-up node, but as you can see, first we're getting a webhook from a jot form. So we actually have a jot form right here, and whenever someone goes, let's say your lead goes and submits the full name, email, phone number, budget, property type, then this code will actually return the property type, the budget and everything, first name, last name, and it will get sent to a Telegram. And this is how it's going to get sent to a Telegram. Keep in mind, I will break down each node one by one. I just want to show you how this works. And then that will be saved as well in this spreadsheet right here. So we'll have full name, email, phone number, budget, and property type. Now that's for this part, and then we have an email writer. This will write an email that is personalized email to that person that is right in here. So in this case it's me, right, because this is my email and this is my name, but then it will send out an email and it will wait for 3 days and do a manual follow-up. And keep in mind, you can add as many of these follow-ups, as many days as you want, but yeah, this is pretty much how it works. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing what I did is I went on JotForm and I created a form. So simply go and create a form here and just go to a form. JotForm is completely free, so yeah, you can start from scratch pretty much. So you can start from scratch, classic form. I like to do classic form always. And I just exit out of this, and here I can go actually to settings. I can name the form however I want. Obviously I need to build a form, right? A full name, email, and then things like that. So make sure you do that. I will not go really into detail on how to create a form because it's very easy. But then what you want to do is you want to go into settings and you want to go into integrations, and in integrations you want to search for webhook. As you can see here, what you need to do is in the n8n you want to add a webhook. This is how it's going to look like. You click on it and you want to click on it here. Now keep in mind, the test URL of a webhook goes right here. But if you wanna make this workflow active, then if you save it, you need to use a production URL, because production URL will be used for production, right? When a workflow is live and when a workflow is active. So that's the first thing. Make sure you add this here and you make sure you complete integration. Now I already added this on my form right here, which is called a simple contact form. So what is really happening here, right? So let's say you have a form, and let's say this is like a lead magnet, and on a lead magnet, maybe you're running ads towards this or something, you are getting leads, and then when you get a lead, it will come through this first type form. Now the second node that we have is a coding node. So if we go here, let me just test this workflow out. And right now we're waiting for us to actually go and submit the simple contact form. So let's go here. And as you can see here, it's going to be just going to be random numbers. Okay. Then we have random number, property type, house, and let's submit. As you can see, it's going in a code node. It's going in Telegram node, it's going in Google Sheets node. By the way, in the Telegram, I didn't even show you this, but in the Telegram, if we go here, let me actually show you this. This is how it looks like right here. As you can see, new lead alert, full name, email, phone, budget, and property type. So And in the code node, and as you can see here, it's a waiting time for 3 days, so we will not wait for this right now. So let me just, yeah, I just wanted to test this out so that you can get the data here. So what I did is I went in and I added to ChatGPT this pretty data. Pretty data is coming from JotForm. And in JotForm, what you want to do is or in ChatGPT or Qwen, actually, I use Qwen for this. And as you can see, Qwen gave me the entire JavaScript for this. But what I essentially did is I said, hey, can you please use this pretty, and I just drag and drop here. I just copy this and I say, can you please use this input first JSON body pretty? And can you please structure it so that I get full name, email, phone number, budget, and property type with these ends. These ends are basically breaks. So it's like a spacing, right? And that's what I did. And this is the entire code. Again, if you want like the entire code and everything, go to our free community. You will be able to get it. From there, we have another code node, which is just using that same analogy, pretty formatted, but then taking each data point, full name, email, phone number, budget, property type, and structuring it like this, because we want to make sure that this is done before going into Google spreadsheets. So what I did here is I just said to Qwen, okay, now that you have this pretty formatted, again, I just went in here, I copied this and I pasted it in Qwen, and I said, hey, now that we have this data, can you extract me each data on its own, full name, email, phone number, budget, and also the property type, and please write a JavaScript for that. And I pasted JavaScript for that right in here, okay? From there, what I did is I added a Telegram node, and this Telegram node is a message, send message. But first, I want to show you how you can actually go and integrate this Telegram access token. So in order to get a Telegram access token, you actually need to go to bot.father. Bot.father is actually where you want to go, and you want to create a new bot. So as you can see, I have the access token right here. Usually you must not share this access token with anyone. I'm sharing it right now with you because I'm going to delete this bot after the video. But what you want to do is, as you can see, this is what I did. I said new bot. All right, a new bot. How are we going to call it? I called it a real estate VA bot. And then I tried to call it this. This was unavailable. The username was unavailable. And then as you can see, I called it this, and then I got this right here. So I just copied this right here. Obviously you can copy it like this. So just copy it like this, Control C, and go into your access token and paste it here, okay? Once you paste this right here, you want to also enter a chat ID. Now, I didn't know what my chat ID was, and I was not really familiar with Telegram node because I was actually, using it for the second time. So what I did is I entered this into my this URL into my browser. Keep in mind, this is the same URL that you're going to enter, but as you can see, this right here is my access token. So I pasted the access token within that URL, and I got this ID. And this is my chat ID. So I copied this ID and I pasted it right here. I make sure it's a send message. And from there, what I did is I used this code node. As you can see, this is why we need a code node, because we get each data points and each information one by one. Why? Because we actually want to go here in expression and we want to write this down. New lead alert, and then full name. And then we have JSON full name, so we just drag this here. Email, we just drag the email in here. Phone, we drag the phone in here. Budget in here, and then property type in here as well. Okay, this is how it should look like as a result, which is really great and really neat that we can actually see this in n8n. So, okay, from there, you need to test this. I always test it right here, and I go into my bot. As you can see, I tested it a couple of times, and this is what you have going on, basically. So, okay, from there, we added another Google Sheet node, And in these Google Sheets, what we did is, again, we connected Google Sheet. Very simple. You sign in with Google and you authorize that with Google. Obviously, beforehand, you want to make sure you create a real estate lead magnet management, whatever you're going to call it, a spreadsheet with full name, email, phone, budget, and property type. And you want to make sure that you have at least this, right? Not this, because we actually automated that. Okay. From there, we select a document, append or update row, because we want to append or update row. It's a real estate lead magnet. This is what we called it, sheet 1, because we're going to use sheet 1. And then map each column manually and column to match on full name. So we want to make sure it's a full name. And then here, as you can see, you have full name, you have email, you have phone, budget, property type. So just like with Telegram, we go back here and we drag this and we drop it from a code 1 node. As you can see, we have code 1 node, email, we have full name, and then we have budget and property type. From there, this is what we get in Google Spreadsheet. Very, very clean. So, okay, from there, what we have is we have an AI agent. So we added another AI agent here. Not another, it's only one. And what I did here is I connected a chat model, which is called OpenRouter chat model. Now, if you're not familiar with OpenRouter, you want to go here and you want to add an API key. So for that, you want to go into OpenRouter and you want to go into your keys right here. You want to create a free account. It's completely free. And once you add keys, you can create a key here, name it whatever you want. I already have too many keys, so I'll just show you like this. And then once you create, you will get an API key. You simply go here, you paste the API key, and then you go and select GPT 3.5 Turbo. Keep in mind, you also have free versions of other large language models right here. So you can also choose from those ones, but I'm going to use this one because it's really a good model and it's a free one. So from there, I added a memory. It's 5x5 here. That's the only thing I pretty much did here. And in the email writer, I defined below source for the prompt because I actually want the prompt to have or to be really good. So, and really detailed. So I said, you're a friendly real estate agent, VA. That's what I should have said. Write a personalized email to, and then here, full name, who is looking for, and then we have property type, house, with a budget of, and then JSON budget. We added this JSON budget here, and then I also added USD because there is no USD on the form. If we go here, yes, there says USD, but here is not USD, so we actually have to do it like this. Be helpful, polite, and mention you'll send some listing shortly. Do not write the subject line, just start writing the email, and also add this signature. So this is the signature. This is how it's going to look like. This is in the result. I'm not sure why it looks like this, but in the result, it looks like best regards, and then your name and your contact info. So this is what you can do. You can also say, do not add any signature, but that's what I did, right? From there, I added another node, which is a Gmail node, and I connected my Gmail account. I just signed in with Google again. Very simple, very straightforward. Keep in mind, if you're going to send a lot of emails with Gmail, make sure your email is warmed up. So you can do the warm up like 5 emails every single day for like 2 weeks. And then 3rd week, you can start sending 10 emails, 4th week, 15 emails, and then you can start using this automation. So resource is message, operation is send, and then we're sending it to an email, which is here, right? We just drag and drop the email. The subject line can be something like, home buying request or whatever you want to add. You can add it right here. Email type is text. This is very important. And message type is JSON output. So this is the output. And this is very important because if you don't add text, it will not really work. And the HTML will not format it correctly. Also, make sure to add an option and click append n8n attribution and just turn it off, because if you have this on, it will say send with n8n, which we don't want. So we want to make sure we sound and we feel like humans. So, okay, From there, we have another node, which is a wait node, because we want to wait at least 3 days. You can again change this if you want to 2 days, but we want to wait for 3 days until if there is no response, right? We wait for 3 days and we follow up with this lead. So as you can see, we follow up with this lead, we send it again, the same thing, but in this case, we have the subject line still looking, and we have, hey, did you get my previous message maybe? Do let me know, best, and then thin, as you can see. So keep in mind, sometimes it will happen that the email will be answered. So in this case, it would be best to just do it without these two and then manually follow up. However, you can do it with this as well. You can wait for, for 3 days, or if there is, at a specific time on a webhook call, on form submitted, you can wait, on many different occasions. But yeah, this is what it is. And obviously here, also make sure that, if someone answers here, and if you wait and if you follow them up and if they answered, then it's probably best to not use this right here. It's probably best to use if. So if, the person answered, then, you can go and you can stop. And if they didn't answer, you can go and wait a little bit more and then answer. So yeah, this is pretty much the entire workflow. Again, for this, you will need a Telegram API, you will need JotForm, you will need Google Sheets, Gmail, and that's pretty much it. Obviously, OpenRouter chat model, but it's completely free to get sent. And yeah, if you want, you can check this out in our free community here. We also have a paid community for those of you who are interested. And yeah, we'll definitely see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.